Time, mail time, mail time. Yes, what's good? Christ verified tribe. Oh, here my other phone go. Oh, okay, let's see if we get this notification. Yes, and we're live. Christ verified tribe. Like, share, and subscribe. You're feeling the royal vibes, okay? Because they can't hide you from your destiny, okay? And also, was hearing like you are Destiny's child, okay? Hold up. Destiny, Charlie's Angels. Okay. Ooh, the pack. Okay. The girls are back in town. Okay. So y'all, I had this crazy dream earlier. The dream was crazy. It was like Nightmare on Elm Street, like Freddy. Like I was driving today and I seen this street called Frederick. So I knew I was gonna have this dream before I had the dream. Like that was the crazy part. Because I was talking to my dad and I was telling him because he was telling me that he stayed on Elm Street and I was like, that's Freddy. I was like, that's crazy because I seen this street today and it was called Frederick. And God was like, it's not Frederick, it's Freddy. And I kept hearing Freddy, like Freddy Krueger, like a nightmare. So I was already prepared for this nightmare, but it wasn't all bad. Like I be eating these dreams up, okay? Especially if they're, I don't take them as something to be afraid of because I have control of my dream state. And when you have elevated spiritually, you start to control your dream states. Like if there are spiritual attacks coming through your dream states, like so you could experience this a sign of a spiritual attack. One is being sexual. Okay, so someone those type of dreams, addictions and things of that nature, trying to get you to go back to your old self. Your old demons want to inhabit their old space. So I'm gonna tell y'all, okay, what's going down. So yeah, so I was already prepared for this dream. So basically what I meant by elevating spiritually, like you can start to, like when people try to come in your dream state trying to have sex with you because they can't have sex with you physically, so they try to come to your dream state and you tell them no. Okay, like you don't have, you're not having that. It's like you have morals in your dream state because a lot of people, they like to dream, or they like to a lot of these occultics, they call it, like they like to dream surf or astro travel because they like to do things in different realms or different dreams that they wouldn't do in this realm, but they don't tell them that there's still karma that comes back in their physical reality even though they're playing in dreamland. Okay. um so I used to do a segment called Dreamland. I might bring it back to it was Dreamland through Christ, but that's what's going on. So God guided me, led me to Mark chapter 16, 17 to 18, and these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out demons, devils, they shall speak in tongues, they shall take out serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. So you can resonate with any of these spiritual gifts. Okay. So this is about my Freddy dream. I call it Freddy dream because it was like something that was meant to try to scare me. So in the dream, there was this woman who was like always in the streets. Okay. So it was this woman, she was always in the streets. Like she could have been a drug dealer. But she was with men, or she was just hanging out with a lot of people that she shouldn't be hanging out with. And so she leaves her kids at the house with this older man, and the older man, he seems to be like mentally unstable, too mentally unstable to be watching kids, and the man does drugs. So it's basically confirmation. The drug that the man was doing was cocaine, right? And the boys got into his cocaine, and the mom came home and she was just like, this isn't flour, this is drugs. And she laughed a little bit about it, and because she made this a mark, she made this remark like, this is child abuse. And then in my dream, it was two boys. It was two little boys, and I believe it was a little girl too, but I didn't see her. Like she was just cleaning up, she's like, "Ooh, you a mess" or whatever. So I didn't see her because I was coming up the stairs. It was like an apartment building. And one of the little boys, he got very addicted, and he looked like he was only 9 to 11 years old. And he goes into the older man's room, and he says, I need a pick me up. Then the older man says, not right now, tomorrow. So the kid lays down with him, and but he's like very fidgety. So he lays down, gets under the covers, but he's like very fidgety because he's addicted. And I say to the boy, oh, you're addicted. In the dream, I could tell that the old man was senile. Like I could tell that he didn't know the difference between a child and an adult. And he tells the kid to go to sleep. If you can wait till tomorrow. So the kid attempts to go to sleep, but his addictions start to take over him. And I'm in the doorway and I say, oh, you're an addict. Oh, now you want to steal. And at that time, I was very sensitive. I felt very sensitive to energy, and I could read his body language, or I was like reading his mind. Like I could tell, like that's what he wanted to do. Like something was like, I want to steal. I'm gonna steal this. If you don't want to give it to me, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? So then all of a sudden, I started speaking in tongues. Like I started speaking in like Hebrew or some type of tongue, and the demon that was possessing the child came out and started speaking in tongue too. And so his mouth was like filled with like this black tar, like this black substance. And I prepared to rebuke him, but I stopped to get more information because I didn't want to just let a spirit loose and possess someone else. Okay. And so he said that my master would kill me. He was like, your master is going to kill you if you rebuke me. And I hit him in the mouth for coming close to me. He's like, your master's gonna kill you if you rebuke me. And so y'all know that little plastic top to them containers that that back in the day used to put clothes in? Yeah. So I hit him in the mouth with that plastic top, and I said, kill me for doing my job. And he said, I wanna stay. And then he tried to get me to scratch his leg, or like, so that way it was almost like that Harry Potter thing, like when you give that little what was he, a troll? Or I don't know what that little thing was. What was his name on Harry Potter? The one that looked like Dobby or something like that. Yeah. And so like he was like trying to get me to scratch his leg or whatever, like or touch him some type of way, or like I don't know. It was kind of weird, but basically it was like I scratched his leg and he was like, "Oh, I own your vessel, or now you're mine because you touched me," or something like that. And I told like scratch his thigh, and I laughed and I told him, these are acrylics. I said, these are acrylics. They're my real nails, but it's acrylic on top of them. So like my real DNA is not really on the nails, right? And so he just rolled his eyes and the dream ended. So that brings me back to in my name you shall cast out devils, they shall speak in tongues, they shall and you shall speak in tongues, you shall take out serpents, and if you drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt you. And you can lay hands on the sick and they will recover, right? That's him. Thank you, beautiful. That's who. And so then God led me to the movie Norbit. And he showed me the example where um Han, which is his foster parent. If y'all seen the movie Norbit, if y'all haven't, go look it up. Okay, it's with Eddie Murphy. It's so funny. Okay, so he led me to that. And he showed me the part where Norbit. He was telling everybody how Norbit got bit by the serpent. He passed out, but he didn't die because of his strength. Then God reminded me of the part of the movie where his wife was committing adultery, and when he finally came into alignment with his kingdom spouse, someone um which is someone he's known since youth, or that someone that this could also resonate with you guys too. So it could be someone that you've known since youth, or this could be someone that you had a very strong spiritual connection with, because it gave me the interpretation of inner children coming together. And it's like they have like a childlike love for each other, right? And his wife tried to lie and say she was pregnant. She tried to lie. Norbit, the one that he was married to originally, Respucia, she tried to lie and say that she was pregnant. She tried to even kill him. She tried to get her family members to destroy their love connection. She tried to make the woman he truly loved believe that he was a monster, that he was just trying to steal her money or steal her property, and none of it worked in the name of Jesus. Oh, that's Doobie. Oh, Doobie. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, I feel like if you guys are recovering addicts or in recovery, like this is what's going on. And then I'm gonna finish saying other movies because God led me to other movies too. And so and so so when God gave me that movie Norbit, it was just showing me that, you know, people could be trying to stop you from your destiny. And that's what led me to this title of this live. They can't hide you from your destiny, which brought me to the Cinderella story, right? So no matter what they tried to do to Norbit, before I get into the Cinderella story about hiding from the destiny, in the movie Norbit, it was like everyone was trying to stop him from being who he truly was, and being with someone who truly loved him, and because they wanted to use him and abuse him. But God had different plans, and in that dream, I got the interpretation like God has different plans for you. Everyone's story is different. Um the the dream, it was like you are meant to cast out demons, cast out serpents. And so since this is your mission, of course you're going to be attacked. And then God brought me to the movie Constantine too, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself because that's exactly what Constantine did. I don't know if y'all seen Constantine, but I'm gonna get into it in a minute. But Cinderella was the female version of Joseph. Her evil stepmother, materialistic woman, just wanted her dad for his money. Okay, so some of you guys could resonate with that. You have to move in with a step parent. Maybe your dad passed away, and I kept on getting that knock knock knocking on heaven's door, right? And so your evil stepmother tried to take, his inheritance or your inheritance and make you seem like you were poor, or you were lacking, or you're in poverty or something like that. But it's about to be a Cinderella story, and I've given this Cinderella interpretation before, but it's like in a different form right now. And the evil stepmother tried to hide her away from her destiny, but you can't hide from destiny. Okay, you can't hide people from their destiny because God's will be done in their lives. And then also, just like Norbit, the evil stepsisters that were envious, just like Joseph, his brothers were envious, that the shoe that was meant to be filled with Cinderella, okay's foot, could not, that their pride was too big. I think she was very humble, so that's why her foot wasn't swollen, or her head wasn't swollen, her ego wasn't swollen. Okay, and that's why her foot fit in that shoe. So on Constantine, it brought me back to John 10, right? So basically, Constantine is a movie that's with Keanu Reeves. So y'all check out that movie. It's a very powerful message, and it has a connection with the dream that I had because he was a demon hunter, a demon slayer. And he had so some of you guys could be suicide survivors. So some of you guys could have attempted suicide and survived. Um, I don't think I told everybody this before, but that happened to me one time. Like, I was on antidepressants, right? And I don't think I ever told them. I think I told people this, like maybe like one or two people, but I don't think I ever told it on social media. But like nobody would have known if I was dead or not because no one checked up on me, no one calls me or anything like that. So, like that's why I always say when people try to say they're gonna do this and do that on the internet, I just feel like they're doing it for clout. Some people might do it, but I just feel like if you're gonna do it, then why tell everybody? If they don't care, then why bring it up? But anyway, so I was in my apartment and I was going through things with my children, um, some CPS issues, and I was actually fighting so many demons. There were so many demons fighting people who were supposed to be helping me. Instead, they were in opposition of the devil's attempt to attack someone who was innocent. I've never abused my children, never have been a bad mother. I just been around bad people and bad examples, and I had no help. And I was in a vulnerable situation, and this was my first time being a mother. And I was financially lacking as well, around people who had a lot of experience. They could have helped, but instead they decided to work with the devil. And so I was sitting in my room and I was on these antidepressants. This is exactly why God has healed me, taught me meditation, brought me back to the scripture, because like I felt like I needed these things because they were telling me that this was going to help me be better, but only thing I needed was God. And so the antidepressants was actually making me suicidal. And I didn't even know what was going on. I was depressed and I was crying. I was sad. I was missing my children. And it's hard for me to get out. And so I just wanted to go to sleep. So I had some sleeping pills too because I was having, what's the word? I was just very restless, insomnia. And so they gave me some pills. And so I was like, why are these pills not working? Why are these pills not working? I still haven't fallen asleep. I still haven't fallen asleep, right? And so I took some more and I took another one because I just want, in my mind, I just want to go to sleep. That's all I kept hearing in my mind. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. And I guess I just kept taking them until I felt sleepy. And next thing you know, like something just said boom, like that. And I felt it in my chest. And something just said, get up. And so I got up and I fell right back down. I was like, oh my gosh. I think, and that's when everything hit my mind, y'all. Like I'm getting emotional talking about it. I was like, I'm gonna die. Like I was getting emotional because I was like, I'm gonna die. And God was like, and I just started praying. I was like, God, I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I did not know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing, God. You know what I'm saying? I was crawling on the floor. I was like, like, I feel like I overdosed, right? And so God was like, get on the bed and go to sleep. And I crawled on the bed with the little strength I had, and I laid down and I went to sleep. I didn't even know if I was going to wake up, y'all. I'm going to be real. I did not know if I was going to wake up, but I just did what God told me to do, and I asked God for forgiveness, and I woke up. So that is the story that's in relation to Constantine being a suicide survivor. And so he was in this battle, and that's why I kept hearing knocking on heaven's door, because of what he did. It was like he had to do good, he had to earn good, he had to be of service to earn goodwill, to climb God's stairway, to get back into God's good graces. And so he was in a battle with demons and the angelic forces too. So as he was being of service to people and helping them heal from demonic possession and helping them figure out what happened to their loved ones and realize that the spiritual realm is real and that your loved one wasn't crazy, because he helped this officer who had a twin sister, which you have to watch the movie to understand where I'm coming from. But there's also that's why God said only put all your trust in him, because there was also an angel who was a fallen angel who was actually helping Satan, who was supposed to be on God's side, but she decided, and that's why God cut off her wings. So when the devil came to collect Constantine's soul after he died in the movie, he was dragging him because his son was trying to cause chaos on the earth. Because it's like the devil is mostly like level headed, like he's still for destruction, but it's always like his minions or people who are trying to like live up or impress him, that are trying to do over and beyond. And when he finds out about it, he like grabs his son by his neck and throws him back to the pits, like, you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to continue to reign on here, and you doing this, God is going to take it all from me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they all work for God regardless. Okay? Satan shows God, and I've said this before, Satan shows God who is not for him. That's his job. Okay? So realize that. And so when Satan comes to collect his soul, God stops him and says, no, this is my child. He's done enough. So basically, Constantine sacrificed his life. Like in John 10, 17, 18, the reason my father loves me is that I lay down my life. Okay, because he was a shepherd. He became a shepherd. So that's why God said, don't judge people, and take the blindfolds, take the wool out of your own eyes before you try to take it out of someone else's, right? And so no one takes it from me. I lay it down on my own accord. So him him laying his down, sacrificing his life for the good is what saved his soul. And that's why I said you cannot hide from destiny. No one can stop you. No one can spiritually attack you and hide you away from God's purpose in your life. You know? And so that's what I interpreted from this dream, and from Mark 16. Okay, you're meant to be like Constantine. You're meant to be like Cinderella. You're meant to be like Norbert. You're meant to be married. You're meant to have that Cinderella story, that from rags to riches story. And this is also from sleep to awakening story. You know what I'm saying? Because riches is not only defined um, monetarily. You know, you're rich in spirit. Okay, and that's why God has placed these gifts upon you, because He knows your strength, and He knows that you love Him so much that you will lay your life down. You will lay your life down for the goodwill of others. Okay, and you're just a spiritual warrior out here doing it. You're just a spiritual warrior out here doing it. And you're meant to cast out demons. You're meant to cast out devils. You're meant to heal the sick. Okay, some of you guys are in the medical field. Some of you guys are learning different languages so that way you can relate to other people and spread the gospel to other people, or interpreters, okay, or something like that. I'm hearing ASL. Okay, for so other people can also understand the gospel of Christ, because you know the people that are around them, you know, they are just users and abusers and manipulators, and they just only want these people money, and they're spreading lies. They're false prophets, and these people don't know, because there's no one who speaks their language from somewhere else to help them realize what's really going on in their life, and why they are in destruction, and why they are in famine. And this is why devils and angels are attacking you, and this is why God's giving you this power. And that's why God said, like, just call on my name. I'm hearing, I'll be there, don't you know, baby, yeah, yeah, I'll be there, I'll be there, just call my name and okay, that's what God has. I hope you gain a little more faith in the receiving of this message, because God said all we need is the faith to receive. Okay, through Christ we unite, stay aligned with divine mind. Okay, keep fighting the good fight. And with that being said, until next time.